What am I doing? I can't talk. Oh my gosh, this is... Hey y'all, welcome. Welcome to my channel, welcome to today's video, and for those of you that are new here, welcome, and I hope you will go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you want to become a part of my YouTube family, be sure to smash a like on this video if you are enjoying it or going to enjoy it or it was helpful for you. And for those of you that are subscribed, thank you so much. Y'all have supported me so far. I love hearing from you guys and the comments you leave, and just thank you so much. But I should introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Allie, and I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. I've been with my company for about 4 months now, which is crazy. It seems like I just graduated and now I'm just 2 months shy of being off probation, which is big, so I'm super excited about that. As you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be talking today about pay. How much I make, how much I get paid. I made a similar video when I worked for my regional airlines. I will go ahead and link that video somewhere or drop it at some point, basically. So you can watch that one if you are interested in the regional side of things and how you get paid on that end. There's some similarities, a lot of similarities, but then a lot of differences as well. And I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys today. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now. I just never really had the time, and Vlogmas, it got really busy if y'all follow my Vlogmas. And I just didn't, I wanted to do this separate from all of that and kind of just once it quieted down. So I'm on my layover right now. I did not feel like getting out of my PJs, so that is why I am comfy. Please feel free to get comfy too with me, and let's dive into this video on how I get paid and what I get paid now versus before. All right, so first off, in case you haven't watched my other video or you just are new to this and don't know, flight attendants are paid per hour that we are in the air flying when we're on a trip. When you are a new hire flight attendant, you don't know when those trips are going to be, how long they're going to be, or any of that. You just have what's called on-call or reserve. Reserve means that you are on call. You do not know what you're doing the day of, other than that you are on call from a certain start time to a certain end time. I'm on call, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, from midnight to 10 a.m. every day for my month. That's how my schedule is, and if it changes, then it changes and I get a trip. Now, with that, when you're on reserve with my airline, you're guaranteed 72 hours for the month. So that is the starting rate for the whole month. Unless you fly over that, you get paid 72 hours guaranteed. Starting pay at my airline is $20.83 right now. And without going into too much detail about airlines, but a little bit of how they work pay-wise, that could change. Airlines are constantly up for new negotiations with our contract, which is set in stone. And those contracts last for 5, sometimes more years, but usually about 5 years. And then they go through renegotiations. They change things that maybe didn't work before and all that kind of stuff. So same thing with pay. They change things with the pay, update it, and it kind of usually gets better with time, and it kind of goes along. They try to match other airlines as well. So for example, with the next contract coming up, they'll start negotiating and hopefully get better pay, better, rules and things like that in place in the contract itself. And again, with that, pay will increase as well. So it's a little sidebar note on how our pay is kind of determined or prorated, I don't know. Anyways, and every year we were at the company, it goes up. Each year you get a pay raise or a jump, basically, and it gets better with time. Anyways, back to that. So I get paid 72 hours, guaranteed pay, at $20.83 an hour. I'll drop that math here in just a second. And that is my starting rate. That is my guarantee, what I'm gonna make for the month, and then that's it. If I fly on a trip, let's say for example, My per diem, which is your time away from base, that means from, like, I'm on a 3-day trip right now. So today's day 1 of 3, and I started in Dallas at, my sign-in time was 7 o'clock. So from the time I've signed in to the time that I land in 3 days' time at 2 p.m., I am getting paid $2.36 an hour for every hour that I am away. So that whole time from 7 a.m., today to, what is it? What's today? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. So 7 a.m. on Sunday to 2 p.m. on Tuesday, I'm getting paid $2.36 an hour. So I'm getting paid to sit here basically, which isn't too bad. I mean, basically at the end of a month, you can make extra on top of your guarantee pay in the per diem sense. You could make up to, well, let me say it this way. You could work or have about 200 to 300 hours of per diem on hours-wise on your check. So that's 200 to 300 hours times, usually it's about 200. I haven't had more than 250 yet since I've been here, but it's gonna get busier as it gets closer to the summer and all that kind of stuff. And that per diem that you're earning that whole time while you're on a trip, and again, as it adds up at the end of the month, all of that is non-taxable money. So that money goes directly on one of our paychecks. We get paid 2 times a month. We get paid in the middle and then one at the end, and one of them is a bigger check, and that per diem is put on that check. So that amount that you've made for the month prior, you get paid for the next month in the middle of the month, and it's a pretty good amount because you have that non-taxed money being added to your normal hourly rate, which is guarantee for the pay period, 36 hours times your pay rate of $20.83. Pay does go up for us. After 6 months, we get paid $22 and like 30 something cents. I'm not sure exactly what it is right now. So in 2 months, I get a little bit of a pay raise. And then after 1 year, I make $25, and then it goes up from there. So it's that amount times the guarantee unless I work more. For the month of November, so far, November was my busiest month. I did, I think, 2 4-day trips and 3 3-day trips. And I had 86 hours for the month. With that being said, at my airline, anything you work from 72 hours to 85, the 85th hour, is at your normal hourly rate. Once you fly over 85 hours, it goes into time and a half, which is really awesome. There's not a lot of airlines I've heard of, at least, that do this, but we get time and a half. So you can actually pick up trips on your days off. We have certain days off during the month, which we get 12 of those at my airline. I've been lucky enough to get 13, as I've talked about before, but we get 12. And of those 12, about 8 of them you're allowed to pick up trips on, and you can work extra. So that's how you can make extra hours, and those hours that you pick up to work go on top of your monthly guarantee. So let's say, for example, I'm guaranteed 72 hours for the month. I pick up 2 3-day trips or 2 trips that are worth 10 hours each. So that's $20 extra on top. So that's 92 hours for the month. Of that, the hours that I make between the 85th hour and the 92nd hour, all those hours, 85, 7 hours is time and a half. Or you could work more. I'm just giving an example. But, or have a trip that's worth more hours than that even. But that's just kind of an example, a little general example. But you're getting time and a half for those as well. On top of the per diem that you're also going to be making extra for working those extra trips. So there is that option. I commute, as I've mentioned before, and I've got young children at home, so I need to go home. I need to go home and be with them. Otherwise, I would pick up extra trips. And I've also mentioned before, I was a hairdresser before doing this, so I try to do that on my side. That's kind of my side hustle, to make a little extra money and, you know, keep my skill set fresh, because I do enjoy still doing hair. It is still a passion of mine. It's just not my career choice for the long run. What else? So you get the time and a half, which is really, really nice. And per diem is more than my last airline. I will say, at my last airline, I really didn't fly much on reserve. Again, when you're on reserve and you're on call, you're basically getting called for trips that nobody wants, or that someone got sick and can't work anymore, or just really anything. Emergencies, things like that. So we're there to pick up trips. You pick up the slack, basically. And you're assigned those trips in a certain order. Scheduling does all that. But I will say, though, I didn't really fly much at my last airline. I maybe worked 40 hours for the month when I worked there. And like I said, I worked 86 hours in November. And so far, every single month, I've gone over by like 2 or 3, not much, but I've gone over my guarantee hours. So my guarantee hours is 72, and I've gotten like 74, 75 at least every month that I've been here. Currently, it is the 12th right now of January, and I have, after this 3-day trip, I will have 33 hours for the month already. So, and we're about halfway through. So of that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more days total, not in a row, but total, left that I am scheduled to work. So, I mean, anything could happen. I could get a really good hour 4-day. We'll see if I go over my hours. But yeah. So it's nice. I'm glad that I'm working more, because I like to be busy. As I mentioned, I commute, so I don't want to sit around at my crash pad all day just kind of bored out of my mind. I much prefer to stay busy, so I'm very happy when I am able to get an assignment and go on a trip. It's fun, and you make extra money, so win-win. I think that's pretty much everything. I hope this helped y'all understand how I get paid now, and maybe how, or show you guys how it's a little bit different now versus when I was at my previous airline. The first year as a flight attendant is always the hardest, because some people are taking pay cuts to come and do this job. So many people want this job, and it is incredible. It's an amazing opportunity. You get to see the world and have a lot of fun while doing it. But it is a bit of a struggle on the pay side. It was for me at first, but things are starting to level off now, and it's getting better, and it will only get better because I'll continue to get paid more over time each year, as I said, when you get pay raises and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think any amount of money can really replace your happiness, because that's huge, especially for me. Even though I was making more before, I just wasn't as happy in my career choice, and honestly now I'm completely happy. I am exactly where I'm meant to be, and everything happens for a reason. So, and I am very happy to be with the airline that I have chosen to stay with. This is my forever airline. I'm not leaving. Not unless God or some other force keeps me from doing it. I will be here till the end of time. Till pretty much I can't anymore. My company is growing like crazy right now. We are hiring like crazy. Go and apply. We are hiring. Come fly with me, please. I love new people. So please come fly with me. But we are growing like crazy. So with that growth, I'm just so confident in my future with my airline. I won't mention the name of my airline. We have, certain airlines have strict company policies when it comes to social media. I'm not going to mention my airline, even though y'all may already know who it is, and that's okay too. But I am very happy where I'm at, and as I've said, there's nowhere to go but up from here. So thank y'all, and it is good night. I am going to go to bed, and I will see y'all in my next video. Thanks for watching, you guys.